How did we get involved in Afghanistan? Did you know that Osama bin Laden was paid by the CIA? You didn't know? You didn't know? Well, let's just get a little talk of it. See, Afghanistan is a Muslim country, and socialists and communists had started ruling Afghanistan. So the Muslims now, this is a period of Islamic revival all over the world. And the Muslims are rising up to come back to the pristine purity of the faith. So when the Muslims rise, they challenge a socialist government. This happened in Egypt under Gamal Abdel Nasser, who was a socialist, but the Islamic Brotherhood wanted to return Egypt to Islam in its purest form. This is going on all over the Middle East now. So most of the moderate, in quotes, moderate Muslim leaders, they're all in trouble because the masses are rising and they want Islam, but they want it in its pure form. So the Muslims started rising in Afghanistan, and the Soviet Union did not want the Muslims to destabilize the socialist government, so they sent their troops in to take over Afghanistan. Enter Osama bin Laden. I don't know exactly, remember who was with me when I was in Pakistan, in Islamabad, and I met with that President Zia-ul-Haq. And I went into Peshawar, where the Mujahideen were, and we met with the leaders of the Mujahideen. Mujahid, it means a struggler, a person involved in a jihad or an intense struggle for God. For God. The Mujahideen that we met in Peshawar were fighting the Russians or the Soviet Union in Afghanistan. The United States said, well, we are God-fearing, Satan talking. And you Muslims are God-fearing, and the Soviet Union is godless. So let's back the Mujahideen. So the CIA funneled money, weapons, information to the Mujahideen. And those are ancient warriors. And they whipped the Soviet Union. And we could see the Soviets taking their tanks and getting out of there. But what happened, America promised that when the Soviet Union was defeated, that they would help the Mujahideen rebuild Afghanistan. But America is not interested in building any nation that will be true to Islam. So once the Soviet Union was defeated, America backed out on its promise, the Soviet Union collapsed, and America became the only power in a unipolar world. Osama mad as hell. The Mujahideen mad as hell. So a civil war broke out in Afghanistan between the warlords who controlled the poppy, the heroin traffic, you that snort and you that shoot up. Most of your heroin coming out of Afghanistan. So the Taliban arose in a civil war, and they win and conquer Afghanistan, cut off the poppy. Now, let me tell you, did you know it ain't got nothing to do with the Taliban and women wearing burqas? This thing that covered a woman all up. America acting like she's defending women. And you walk in the street with your behind out, ain't a damn soul saying nothing to you. But you gonna defend women in Afghanistan who cover? And you are uncovering your woman, making her look like a prostitute. Ain't nobody saying nothing to you. He's not a defender of the modesty of women. He used that as an argument to sway the American people against the quote-unquote Taliban. You know what the word Talib means? It means student. Taliban, the students of Allah, students of His word, students of His prophet, students of His way. They don't want nothing but God's way. That's the war that's going on in the world today. Is if you want to obey God, over here. If you want to keep doing the mess that you're doing over here, and God intend to kill, you did not hear me, because you're not making no faggot out of the real God. He will wipe you from the face of the earth if you don't get your act together. Now, damn it, He ain't playing with you. So America saw they wanted to build an 876-mile pipeline from Turkmenistan through Afghanistan to Pakistan to the Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea. They sent for the Taliban. They weren't talking about no burqas. They met in Texas. In 1997, Unocal, a Houston-based company bidding to build the pipeline, of which your former Vice President Cheney is a stockholder. You know, God damn it, you know, what angers the hell out of me is the damn punctified preachers and leaders who know the truth but won't speak it for fear that something bad is going to happen to them. If you know the truth, speak it. And if you gotta die, damn it, die on the truth that you're a man enough to speak. All right, I'm almost there. They invited the Taliban to visit them, and government officials in Texas, and dressed in traditional garb, the high-ranking delegation was given VIP treatment during the four-day stay. So don't look at VIP treatment by your former slave masters and their children as some kind of sign now that they have changed. If you keep that teaching in your head as you deal with your former slave masters and their children, they won't be able to deceive you. But if you ever forget and begin to think that your 400-year-old enemy under the trick called integration has now become your friend, if you ever lose your knowledge, then the enemy will deceive us again. Can the devil fool a Muslim? Really? Some of you are already deceived.